am moving. Here I am going to tell you that some problems about some properties, and I'm combining the topic and the programs as well as using functions here, using arrays, using functions and everything. What is my aim is, for example, this is the array size. Every time when we are reading array, we have to mention what is the size of the array. What is the size of the array? And I am going to read the elements of the array. In this way, we have to do it every time. What is the size of the array and what are the elements of that array? Then we have to, this is the input, for example, then output is, for example, some 15, I think. And I am going to write here, this is the sum of, what is the question? Question is sum of array elements. Sum of array elements. This is my question here. Using function only. Every time I am using only functions. Okay. Now I am going to read here. I am going to read some size. Size means, for example, some size. Okay. Good. And array of some 100. Writing here error of 100. In that 100, I am going to write how many variables I want. I am going to access that memory locations only, not 100 locations. Okay. I am going to take for I for iteration. First of all, I am going to read here. What is the size of the array. What is the size of the array? Okay. Based on that size, I am going to read the array values. For I is equal to 0, I less than size I plus plus. For example, how we are going to take that ARR of 100 here? How we are going to take means, for example, when you are reading any program in CodeCubes or anything, they give some constraints. Every time they give some constraints. That constraints means they are going to give that array size is going to be some greater than or equal to like this. They are going to be give some 1000 or 10,000. Then if it is greater than or equal to 1000, then we have to mention here 1000 or 100 like this. Again, in the constraint, they definitely they give how many variables, what is the maximum size of variables they want to handle. Then we have to mention like that. Okay. Now I am going to read percent ARR of I here. I am going to read ARR of I. Just look at here. I am reading the size of the array. I am reading the size of the array, and then I am going to read array variables. Okay. First one is I am going to read the size of the array, and then I am going to read array elements. For example, I am going to check is it perfect or not. I is equal to 0. What I am writing is correct or not. I am going to check here. I am going to give 5 here. 1 enter, 2 enter, 3 enter, 4 enter, 5. Yes, it is printing perfectly. That means what I am reading from the input, that is working perfectly. Okay, that is working perfectly here. Working perfectly. Okay, no doubt. Then I am going to call a function. I am going to call a function here. Sum of array. Sum array. I am going to call one function, that is a sum array. and I am going to pass here ARR, and I am passing here size, and I am going to take sum is equal to. Can anyone tell me what is the from the function call, what we have to observe here? What we have to observe here? Anyone? Students? What is the name of the function? What is the name of the function?
Sum array.
Students?
Sum array.
Yes? Again?
Sum array, sir.
Sum underscore array is the name. How many values I am passing here? 2 values.
Two values.
What are the data types?
Int.
First one is integer pointer. Okay, that means integer address. It is integer address, and the next one is integer value. We have to talk like this. Okay, we have to talk like this. First one is integer address, and the second one is integer value. Okay, this one is, it is going to be written. It is going to be written. What is the data type? That is, what is the sum data type? Integer value. That's it. Okay, that's it. Then I am going to write here int sum underscore array, and I am going to take here star ARR comma int size. I can mention any names. Okay, but I have to write like this. Int star ARR comma int size. This is the function definition. Exactly, it is going to be address is going to be catch with pointer, and I am going to take one more integer value. That's it, nothing else. I am going to take some I here for iteration. For iteration, I am going to take I is equal to 0, I less than size I plus plus, and I am going to print. I am going to check here is the values are printing correctly or not. ARR of I. I am going to take 5 here. 100, 200, 300, 400, 5. Yes, the output is working perfectly. Yes, it is working perfectly. Yes, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, that's it. It is good. And the function call is also working perfectly. Now, I'm going to read. I'm going to calculate what is the sum of array elements. What is the sum of array elements? For that, I am going to take one more variable, that is sum is equal to 0. Instead of printing this one, I am going to take sum is equal to sum plus, that means 0 plus ARR of I. First time it is going to be add like this. How it is going to be add? For example, the array values are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, for example. For the first time it is going to be 0 plus 1. Okay, then it is going to be 1. 1 plus 2, that is going to be 3. 3 plus 4, that is going to be 7. Okay, like this plus 5, like this it is going to be working. For example, now the total result is in what variable? It is in the sum variable. Then I am going to return that sum. And I am going to print the result here. Print the result. Percentage D space. I'm going to print the space here. That's it. If I'm going to execute it, 5 is the size of the array. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is the input, and the sum of array elements are 15. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15. That is not necessary in the sorting order every time. We can give any variables. Okay, for example, I am going to give like this. I'm going to give like this. It is going to be print 25. Okay, just note it down, everyone. In the main function, what I am doing here, I am doing just reading the input variables. How many variables I am reading here? Int size and size of the array and the array elements. That's it. Then I am going to call a function here, and I am going to call a function here that is sum of array size, and I am passing two variables. First one is integer address and the second one is integer value, and the return type is integer value. I am going to print that value. Now I am going to write the main logic, how I am going to calculate the values. Just note down the main function first of all. Just note down the main function. Note down the main function. Is it clear or not, everyone? You have to understand this basic concept first of all. How I am reading the array variables and how I am calling the function. I think yesterday I explained everything. What is ARR? What is ARR? Anyone, student? What is ARR? What I am passing here?
Size. Sorry, address, sir.
Address of the first variable. Okay, address of the first variable. It is going to be passed address of the first variable. Every time we have to remember it is. If you are passing array or string anything, that means it is the address of first variable. That's it. Nothing else. If you have any doubt, just print. If you have any doubt, just print here %d, %d, comma, ampersand, sorry, ERR, and I am going to write two variables, two values here, %d ARR, comma, star ARR. Two values. Some slash n, that means for new line. For example, here I am going to write 5 variables, 1 enter, 2 enter, 3 enter, 4 enter, 5. It is going to be print. This is the address, and at that address, what is the value? That is 1. Okay? You have to work like this. This is the common one. Everyone, what is ARR? ARR is the address. That's it, nothing else. Yes, this is the main function, and now the function definition. This is the function. Note down. If you have any doubts, just ask here, students. Why I am taking sum is equal to 0? Why I am writing here sum is equal to sum plus n? And return sum. I am returning the sum after the for loop, not inside the for loop. Okay, now I am going to cut this one. Now I am going to cut this one. I am going to take one new function, new page. I am going to save it as arrays.h. Okay, I am going to create one more header file, that is arrays.h file. Arrays.h file. Here I am writing include arrays.h. Okay, every time I am writing, now I am writing any function regarding of arrays, I am going to place here. Okay, in the main function there is only the concept. For example, if I am going to execute it, 5 here, 1 2 3 4 and 5, the output is same, no doubt about that. Is it clear, everyone? I am writing the function definitions in arrays.h file. In the program, it is consisting of only the main function only. I am going to write all the function definitions in arrays.h, similar to that for loop and while loop. Some prime numbers program I write like that, right? Same thing I am writing here also. am going to write one more function. Now I am going to find another program that is, for example, this is the array size, and I am going to write like this. I am going to find what is the minimum value in that array. What is the minimum value in that array? The minimum value is 2. Yes. Okay. I am going to find what is the minimum value, and I am going to find the next program what is the maximum value. Okay. First of all, I am going to find what is the minimum value in that array. For that, every time I am going to write only one thing. This is common for every program. This is common. What is that? I am going to read the values. I am going to read the size. I am going to read the values, and I have to declare I for iteration. That's it. Nothing else. I am going to write one more variable that is min. Okay, minimum, and minimum is equal to find underscore minimum of ARR comma size. Okay, is the function call is clear or not? Find minimum array comma size. The function name is find underscore minimum. I am passing two values. First one is integer address. The second one is integer value, and the return type is integer value. Okay, this is the function call. After the function call, I am going to print the result. That's it. Nothing else. Percentage d comma minimum. What is the minimum value I am going to find? That's it. This is the main function. Okay, I am reading the array values, array size and array values. Then I am going to call a function, and I am going to print the result. That's it. This is the main function of the finding minimum value. Then what is my next step? I want to develop this function. Okay. I am moving into arrays.h now. Observe here. What is the data? What is the return type of this one? Minimum, right? Minimum is integer. That's why I am writing int here. Function name is find minimum. Okay. And the next one is int star ARR comma int size. That's it. This is the function signature. This is the function signature here. What I am writing now, for example, I missed here. I want to include arrays.h header file. Why? Because I am writing the function definition in arrays.h file. Now I am going to take for iteration I and finding the minimum value. What is the minimum value? For example, the minimum value is equal to 0. For example, 0. If it is a positive integers only. If it contains only positive integers, then we have to take minimum is equal to 0. Okay, I will tell you if it is a negative value, how we have to take. Just wait. Okay. Int I comma minimum is equal to 0. For I am writing now I is equal to 0. I less than size I plus plus. If I am going to print array values, it is going to be print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. But instead of that means what is A of I here? ARR of I means continuously the values. For example, these are the array values. First one is the values are, it is going to be 3, 4, 2, 5 and 6. Continuously it is going to be take like this. Now I am writing here if minimum is minimum value here, minimum is equal to ARR of 0. What is minimum value now? Anyone?
3.
3 here. I am going to assign with the first value. Okay, I am going to take here the first value is the minimum value. Okay, instead of there is no need to check again with 0, right? That's why I am going for I is equal to 1 here. Okay, instead of 0, if you take 0, no problem. Okay, but I already taken that ARR of 0 is equal to minimum, right? That's why I am going to start with 1 here. That means it is going to come with 4 here. Now I am going to check here, is minimum is greater than, for example, I am going to take, okay, delete. If minimum is greater than, okay, if minimum is greater than, now what is the present value? Okay, for example, I am going to check here. Is 3 is greater than 4, students? Is 3 is greater than 4?
No, sir.
No. Then is 3 is greater than 2?
Yes.
Yes. That means I am assuming that the first variable of array, the first value of array is the minimum. Now I am going to check, is the first variable is greater than any number, then 2 is the minimum, right? Then 2 is minimum. Yes. Is it clear, everyone? Now, what is minimum value? Minimum value is 2. That is not stopped here. 2 is greater than 5. Is it true?
No.
False. Then 2 is greater than 6.
False.
That is also false. Then it is checking all the values. For example, here some 1 is there. For example, the 1 is there. I am going to check here, is 2 is greater than 1?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
False.
Then is 2
2,
is greater than, yes, then minimum becomes 1 here. Okay, is it okay, everyone? Now that means I am going to coming outside the function and I am going to return minimum value here. Okay, first of all, I am going to take the first value as the minimum value. Then I am going to compare all the remaining variables with that minimum value. Okay. Now I am going to compile it. Sorry. Not here. It is. A, that is not A, that is ARR. Sorry. Yes, now for example, it is going to be 5 variables. 5, 4, 3, 5, 6. What is the minimum value from this? The minimum value is 2 here. Output is 2. Okay. Just note down the main function is very similar, right? Main function is very similar, very same. Reading the array size, reading the array elements, calling the function and printing the result. That's it, nothing else. The arrays.h file. We are writing the functional definition in arrays.h file. Just don't forget that one. Some students are thinking that there is no function definition, how it is calling. Don't think like that. The function definitions are placed in arrays.h file. And arrays.h file, this is the function definition. Note down the function definition.
Sir, we didn't write the main function, sir.
Wait. Wait fast.
Sir, address of the
I'm not getting your voice. Huh? Hello? Huh? Message me in WhatsApp. Message me in WhatsApp. Your voice is not clear. If you want to explain the doubt, just WhatsApp your audio. Your voice is not clear. Okay, good question. Instead of here, we can write like this also, right? Like this also we can write the same thing. The same thing, right? Here also, for example, here I am going to work here. I am going to work here 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 4 and 5, the output is same, no doubt about that. We can work with the same thing. This is also handled with the address of the first variable. That's it. But why I am teaching here star ARR? Why I am telling that star ARR? Why? Because if you are taking like this, if you are taking like this, you are thinking that you are passing the total array values. You are thinking that the total array values. No, not at all. No, not at all. It is passing the address of the first variable every time, and we are getting here the values of the. I am taking the address of the variable pointer. What is the pointer here? Pointer is holding the address of the variable. That's it, nothing else. And one more reason is that in every programming and every competitive programming, any CoCubes, any interview, they are asking, the definition is going to be like this. That's why I am putting this one. They don't take this one. Okay, that's why I'm going for this one. And the concept wise also star ARR is the best one. Why? Because here I am passing the address of the first variable. Address I am going to hold with what variable? I am going to hold the pointer. That is the usage of pointer. That's why I am taking star ARR instead of ARR of address. ARR like this. Okay, we can take both, no doubt about that, but the usage of this one is very low when we are dealing with programs in interviews. Okay, that's why I'm going for star ARR is the best notation and perfect notation. Okay, I think. Okay, note down that I think this one is clear. I think just note down the function call also, function definition also. Put on fast.
Over, sir.
Can anyone, now I am going to write how to find the maximum value here. For example, I am going to find max. What is the function definition? I am going to change here. Instead of minimum, I am going to write maximum. Here it is going to be maximum here. Then what is the change here? Here also it is maximum is less than, maximum is less than
Equals to 0.
max. I'm going to change here. What I am doing here? What I am doing here? I am going to explain it. Just wait. For example, the array values are like this. For example, the array values are like this. What is the maximum variable here? Maximum variable is contained with 3. What is the first variable? That is 3. 3 is going to be in the maximum variable. Okay, 3 is going to be the maximum variable. Now I am going to execute it. What is the maximum variable? Maximum variable is less than 4. Is it true or not?
Sir.
Yes, then max becomes
4.
max becomes a 4 here. Now 4. 4 is less than 2. Is it true?
No, sir.
No,
No,
then
sir.
it is, then max is not executed. Then 4 is less than 5.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
6 is 5.
then max becomes a 5. Okay, now 5 is less than 6.
No, sir. Ah, yes,
5
sir.
is less
Yes,
than
sir.
6. Yes,
Yes,
then
sir.
max becomes a 6. Then 6 is less than 1.
No.
No, then max is only 6. That's it, right? Then it is going to be the end of the result, end of the array. Then it is going to be return max. That's it, right? When we are dealing with minimum value, we are going to check if the minimum value is greater than any one, then we have to replace it. Okay, in the maximum value, if the maximum value is less than any number, we have to replace it. Do you understand what I am doing? Why I am writing here greater than and less than? In minimum,
Yes,
it is writing greater than. In maximum, I am writing less than here. Okay, simply. And now I am going to write the max value, max underscore value. Instead of I am writing here minimum, I am writing maximum. That's it. Nothing else. Simply I am writing like this. And the what is function name? Function name is maximum. I'm changing the, that's it, nothing else. For example, if I'm going to execute this one, if I'm going to give 3, 4, 6, 2 and 3, for example, what is the maximum value? Maximum value is 6. It is printing like that. That's it, nothing else. Very simple. This is the maximum definition. Is the maximum function call. I'm changing minimum variable and the function name. That's it. Remaining everything is same. Note on the main function. If the main function is done, I think, then go for that maximum definition.
Over, sir.
And now I'm going to find a very simple program, that is how many, for example, 5 variables are there, 3, 4, 6 and 7 and 2, for example. These are the values. There are how many prime numbers in this array? How many prime numbers? How many prime numbers are there?
4.
3, sir.
3, sir.
3 is the 3 is prime number, 7 is prime number, 2 is prime number. That output is going to be 3. How many prime numbers in that array? How many prime numbers? That's it, nothing else. Okay, I'm going to write. Is my question is clear? I think everyone. I'm going to find how many prime numbers in that function. That's it. In that array. In that array, how many prime numbers are there? I'm going to read size, comma ARR of 100, and the next one is for iteration. I'm going to write, and I'm going to take some prime count variable also. Prime count variable for iteration, I'm going to take I variable, and first of all I'm going to read only the size of the array, and the next one is I'm going to read the variables I less than size, I plus plus, these are the array variables I am going to read here. Now I am going to call some PC is equal to prime count is equal to prime find primes, count primes. For example, I am going to write count primes functionality, count primes of ARR comma size, ARR comma size. Yes, this is the function call. This is the function call. I am going to print the result. What is the result? PC is the result. Prime count. PC. That's it. It's simple. I am going to read the size. I am going to read the array variables, and I am going to write the function call, and I am going to print the result. That's it. Now I am going to find prime underscore count function. I am going to define prime underscore count here. Here I am going to return some integer variable every time. Just listen, just observe here. What is the return type of this one? PC. PC is the integer type. That's why I am writing int here. That's why I am writing int here. What is the function name? Function name is count underscore primes. Count underscore primes of first variable is star ARR comma int size. Is the function definition signature. Okay, for this I am going to take one I value and some PC is equal to 0. Okay, I am going to write here for I is equal to 0, I less than size and I plus plus. I less than size and I plus plus. Yes, that's it. For example, these are the variables. What is the input? For example, input, for example, is the input. If I am going to access here, it is going to be working like this: 3, 4, 6, 7, 2. I am going to find is the variable, is the value is the prime or not. I already developed a function, right? I already developed a function that is already written in primes.h, right? Primes.h. Going to write, just observe here, hash include stdio.h. Sorry, not reading. Primes.h. Okay, I am including that one. if I am going to include that one, I am going to access this one. I am going to access is prime of functionality. Is prime of functionality. Okay. Now I am going to check here if is prime of ARR of I. I am going to check here is the number is a prime. Is the array value is a prime. Then I am going to increment it. Simply I am writing like this. Is prime of ARR of I. It is going to be work with this one. Is the number is prime or not? Yes, it is a prime. Then I am going to increment PC plus plus. Then I am going to return PC here. For example, I am going to execute it. Count primes is not defined. That means I am not writing here. Hash include this. Just observe 5 values 3, 2, 5, 7, 5, 7, 6. How many prime numbers are there? There are sorry, small mistake is there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 4 prime numbers are there, no doubt about that. 3, 2, 5, 7. All 4 are prime numbers, right? For example, if I am going to execute it, it is going to be some 4, 9, 15, and 13. Variables first of all 4, 9, 12, 15, and 13. How many prime numbers are there? Only one prime number is there, that is 13. Then output is 1 here. Do you understand? First of all, just look at. I'm not confusing you. I'm not confusing you. Just understand here. I'm writing the size of the array, and I'm reading the array variables, and I'm calling the function. I'm calling the function. Count primes of function. Where is count primes of function here? Anyone? Where is count primes of function? Count primes function. Students. Where is count primes of function? Arrays.h. Okay. Now the control is moving into arrays.h. Now the function is the control is going to be count.primes. It is going to be taken one array and the size.
Sir,
and I am taking.
we can write any number of function definitions in .h files.
Any number of functions. Any number of functions. You can write any number of functions. Is the question again? Question. Ask again the question.
We can write any number of function definitions in .h files.
Yeah, n number of functions we can write. Hundreds, thousands, lakhs. But the name must be unique.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's nothing else. Right here I am writing count underscore primes int a star. That means that is the address of the array and size. I am writing the similar way, but here the condition I am going to check is the number is prime or not. Is the number is prime or not? We already defined, right? We already defined that is prime of functionality. Where is prime of functionality? It is in primes.h. I already developed this functionality, right? That's why I'm writing here including primes.h. Now the control is moving into primes.h. And it is working all these things. And it is going to be written, if the number is prime, it is going to be written 1 to here. No, here. It is going to be written 1 to here. If it is a prime, PC plus plus. If it is not prime, it is going to be written 0 and it is going to be taken as a 0. If of 0, then PC plus plus is not executed. If it is a prime, then only PC is incremented. Then it is going to be written PC here. Then the PC is going to be placed here. Then I am going to print this one. Just note down. I think everyone is some little bit confusion is there, but clarity is coming from confusion only. Okay, just note down. Just note down the main function first of all. I will tell you everything. Just note down the main function. What is the count? Into 60.
Over, sir.
Over. Okay. Then note down this one. Count prime solve.
Over, sir.
Okay, then write this is prime of function. Only this one. Write with hash include math.h also. Math.h also write. Why I am writing math.h? The sqrt function. The sqrt function is working with math.h functionality. That's why we have to write math.h also. There is no math.h, it is going to give some warning. Already know this functionality, right? We already write this functionality for n number of times. I think nearly 10 to 15 times.